Let's start. Yeah, here we go. Right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen, and what we'll do is that we'll go through the initial part, the first step of the avatar with Gareth. So tell me if you guys can see this. Hold on.
Yep.
Yep, I can see that.
Excellent. Good. So I'm going to leave that there to so you guys can see it while I work through it. Right. So this is just a template. This is the actual promotion plan used by Entrepreneurs Institute. And so we're going to go through one little section of this, which is the avatars. Yeah, the first was like a summary page. This was the fast track entrepreneur event which Roger has done recently in London.
Yes.
And the exponential entrepreneur, which is basically just around the corner in April in London, and is going to be rolling it out across the world. This is the actual promotion plan they had for Q4 2017. And you can see the level they go to into avatars from their experience. And this was a plan used to generate $1.8 million. So I'm going to go through a section of it, and then we'll go through it with you guys as well. So you have like a breakdown of what you're looking for. Yeah. So as you can see on the front, is that okay, guys?
Yeah, I can see that.
Good. So as you can see on the front page, it's basically an introduction, right? So it's a summary of what they're going to be achieving for this quarter. So a promotion plan, just give an introduction to a promotion plan and avatars. Avatars sit inside a promotion plan. A promotion plan is probably, in my experience, the most critical, one of the most critical, and probably the most critical working document for a startup or for a company that's trying to expand and grow. You know, it's a live document. You know, like a lot of documents in companies. Well, hopefully not too many, but you have documents you write and you sort of leave on a shelf to gather dust. A promotion plan isn't about that. A promotion plan is, it's really much in the spirit of entrepreneurship. It's like an adventure. You'll try something, you'll go back to your promotion plan, and you'll tweak it. You'll try it again, something will work. You go back to your promotion plan, you'll tweak it. So every quarter, you sort of come through a journey where you've got more refined on your product, your offering, your marketing, and how you're positioning yourself. So it's in that context that's how this works. So I don't think so. If that's something we're trying to get through. Hopefully not. Oh my God, never use Google Accounts. Okay, that's a real shame. Can't do it now, right? So anyway, so basically, there, right? So, any questions on that intro? Any question on that introduction?
No, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay, good. So let's move on to the avatar. So the avatar is your ideal customer, right? So, and as your company grows from 0 to 1, and from 1 to 10, and 10 to 100 customers using the impact meter, have you guys heard of the impact meter?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, you have your own. And Gareth?
Sorry, say that again. You cut out there.
Have you heard of the impact meter, where it says, like, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Right.
Yeah, I went along to Roger's recent event in London. Yeah, so I'm familiar with it.
Right. Yeah.
You go from 0 to 1, 1 to 10, 10 to 100, etc.
That's right. So as you get more customers, you're going to refine or understand what your customers want, right? And that's why the avatar element is so critical. So now, if I move to the next one, this is the actual avatar structure for Entrepreneurs Institute, which was used for the promotion that you attended, right, Gareth? So if you look, there's a slight intro. Our market is rapidly growing number of entrepreneurs in the world. It's going from 300 million in 2010 to over 600 million in 2016, etc. And then they've got 3 levels, which is effectively economy class, business class, and sort of first class. Yeah. So they've got 3 levels because they've got quite a mature product offering. They're not offering just one, not just selling one product. They're selling about 3 or 4 products. So according to the avatar, different products will appeal to them in different ways. Yep. So therefore, if you're doing one product in your case, let's say for example, then you would focus primarily on one avatar, and maybe later on split that avatar into 3 different levels. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, so if you look here, the 3 avatars they've got for the event that we attended was Foundation Fred. Fred works in a job as a student, wanting to become an entrepreneur and seeking the knowledge, network, and resources to get started. Then there's Enterprise Ella. Ella is in the process of starting or growing a small company and needs the guidance and resource to grow her enterprise. And finally, is Emerald Ian. Ian has one or more successful companies and is looking for the mentoring and opportunity to scale his time, teams, and investments. So that's how they've structured their avatars, yeah? So, yeah, looking at your offering, coming back to the summary page, what exactly are you offering?
So I want to train entrepreneurs as well, but I want to train entrepreneurs in eco-innovations specifically. So I want to build an army of eco-entrepreneurs.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put it down as, let's just say we start on quarter 2. Yeah, close to quarter, you're going to start this week. So that's in quarter 1, 2018, right? And we're going to create.
Say, when you create your avatar, when it comes to companies, do you create 2 different avatars? Let's say one for the company description and one for the owner or the directors that you want to solve the problem to?
Typically, you'd focus it on an individual, yeah.
Okay.
So don't focus on a generic company. And if you're dealing with companies, you would focus it on a decision maker.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to. Yeah, if it's like, CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, or CEO, C-suite, yeah, thinkers, or whatever you want to do, but make sure you're focusing on an individual, not on just the company name. It's too broad. Because remember, when you're doing your subsequent marketing and your subsequent everything else, you're going to be appealing to a human being who, when they read what you have to tell them, they will make a decision. There'll always be a human decision maker in this context where they're dealing with who's going to make the decision to say yes. That makes sense?
So, yeah, so in my case that I'm targeting for fashion brands, fashion companies, a person that I could have the avatar would be like the marketing person, or could be the fashion designer, that could be the CEO or the director.
Well, who is the one that when they say yes, the money will be given to you?
Well, if it's a large company, it could be the person on the marketing department. But if it's a smaller one, would be the fashion designer. So that's why I have this doubt about it. Cool.
Well, that's okay. That's two different avatars. One is a fashion designer for a small who works in a small company, and the other avatar is a marketing CMO or a marketing decision maker who works in a large corporate. There's 2 different avatars. And you would maybe do different marketing to appeal to a fashion designer to make the decision and say yes to you, and different marketing to appeal to a massive corporation that needs a reliable, sort of something to do reliable photography and stuff like that for them. It's 2 different avatars, yeah? But I'll come to you. Let me just go through Gareth and we'll come to you, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Does that answer your question, though? Did I give you an introductory answer?
Yes.
Okay, good. Right, so you're going to create an army of eco, was it?
Eco-entrepreneurs.
Okay, good, I was right. Okay, eco-entrepreneurs. Good. And that's cool. And how are you going to do that?
Well, I'm running a hackathon event tomorrow.
Okay.
And up to 60 people are going to attend that, and I'm going to take them through a taster of what it is to become an eco-entrepreneur, like the methodology of how to start with a problem, then create an idea, and create an idea that you can then generate a business out of.
Okay. Now,
so yeah,
will that cost any money?
For me or for them?
For them to join you on the hackathon.
This one's free, but the next one is a paid hackathon at the end of March.
Okay.
This is the test event.
Okay, so the paid hackathon, how much are you going to sell it for? Any idea roughly? Gareth, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. You cut out. I didn't hear the question.
Yeah, so some of your tracks there. Yeah. Any rough idea? Let's go with the rough idea.
Can you repeat the question that you cut out?
Oh, sorry. How much would you be expecting to pay for the paid one in March?
Oh, okay. It's very cheap. It's like £5 approx.
Okay, so right. So approximately £5. Hold on. Yeah, £5 to attend or to join the paid hack. Is it online? Is it like an event?
It's an event, physical event.
Okay. And how many do you want to sell in March?
60.
Okay. So 60 times 5 equals, oh, that's terrible, man. 5, 300, right? Good.
Yep.
Okay, so like £300, right, for that day.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you can make more? Do you think that could make more? Do you think it's like?
It could, but it's not the prime. It's not the prime revenue generator of the business. I anticipate it's more like a funnel event, like a lead magnet event, to get potential customers to come along, and then they sign up to courses and yeah, they sign up to eco entrepreneur courses after that, and that's the core of the business.
Okay, so like by end of March, let's say, for example, is you do all this? You're doing the sort of trial, sort of trial hackathon, right? And
Yep.
then you're going to promote the paid hackathon. Okay.
Yep.
So if you at the end of by 31st March, if you make £300 with 60 people joining the paid hackathon, for you that's a good promotion. That's one that this quarter.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I guess pretty straightforward. Right. So now, who are you aiming this at? Like, you got like a little bit of backstory. What would be your backstory here? Your market. It's a little bit about your market. What's the market that you?
It's about the market.
Yeah.
I
think it's pretty similar, right? Our market is rapidly growing.
It's similar, but it's going to be a portion of that market.
Okay. Do you want to specify it further?
It's the sustainable business market, the new eco businesses and sustainability, and people that want to get involved in that.
Okay. I'm going to make sure. Let me see what else is moving in a second. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Good. So our market is sustainable business market. Got it.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
And
yep.
People who want to become entrepreneurs in that market. The sustainable business market, by the way, is estimated to will provide additional value of $12 trillion by 2030.
Excellent.
Which is an insane amount of value, but it makes sense.
$12 trillion, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
2030.
Okay, by 2030.
That's obviously the total market, for existing corporations as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a huge market. It's enormous.
Yeah, that's massive. Okay, so now focusing on this sort of the £5 hackathon. These 60 people, who would they be if your ideal customer?
They might be. They might not be the ideal customer. There might be a mix of people.
Okay, so on that £5 level, let's say if you've got 2 or 3 different types of people. I mean, let's say if we split those sort of, I think it's mainly. Maybe do you think it'll be mainly economy customers, or do you think it'll be some business class customers, or some sort of some first class customers as well? What do you think? Or do you think it's mainly the economy class?
I think it's mainly going to be Fred, and there's going to be some Ellas.
Okay, got it.
In there.
So do you think that description of Fred would be appropriate for you? Or do you want to add anything else?
It's actually really good. It's pretty close. The only difference is eco entrepreneur, right? Specific niche. And the same for Ella. Ella, who wants to grow start her small eco company. Later on, I want the business to build an accelerator for the Ians.
Okay.
The plan is to build an accelerator for eco companies, eco startup companies.
Okay, that's cool. I don't add that yet because that's a different product. Yeah. The key thing here is that when you're doing this, your next sprint for the next, for your March event, is just focused on that one product, the £5 hackathon, right?
Yeah.
And
okay.
all your marketing channels everything you're doing online, offline, everything else will be tweaked and optimized to keep on increasing the conversions, so they become more and more people get funneled into that event on the 31st of March, whatever time it is in March. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do other products, you'll dilute your effort and you'll get distracted. And what happens is that the idea with the way this works is you do this for 3 months, you have a massively successful event, and then your next one is going to be your upsell, right? So you'll then work on your upsell product path. If the event isn't successful, then you'll go back to this promotion plan. You'll ask yourself the question, why was it not successful? Did I get my avatars wrong? Did I get the problem that I'm trying to solve wrong? Did I get the solution wrong? Did I get the compelling offer wrong? Or my marketing channels wrong? All these questions will be raised, which are all covered in a promotion plan. Yeah.
Yep. I'll find out tomorrow night.
yeah, exactly. And you know what? You've got the right attitude. The attitude is just, let's do it. Right? The attitude is never like, oh my God, I'm investing my self-worth in this event. Entrepreneur, like Roger says, is an adventure, right? So this is your adventure. Mm-hmm. So that's exactly how you got to view it. It's just going to be there. Let's try it. And if it doesn't work, I'll tweak it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm using it to learn. I want to learn exactly how to do it effectively.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, that's cool. That's excellent. So, I mean, what I'll do is I'll send you these two, so you got an idea of what an avatar looks. So you got an idea of your avatars tomorrow, right? Now, this is what you're going to do tomorrow, right? Have you got any customers so far? Sorry, have you got any customers so far that have bought anything yet?
Say that again.
Have you got any customers so far that have bought any of this hackathon stuff, or is it like a brand new product?
No, it's I've got 60 people going to the hackathon tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to upsell stuff to them at the hackathon.
Okay, what are you going to upsell to them?
Yeah, sorry, say that again.
What are you planning to upsell to them?
Online course and a 2-week program in Bali, funnily enough.
Okay.
It's not the iLab. It's different.
Okay, if that's the case,
a complete coincidence.
Do you want to put that down as a target?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I mean, the hackathon would be just that's really almost like your lead not lead, you're like almost like your entry level, right? Just to sort of
exactly.
So really, your plan for tomorrow isn't gonna. Your plan is to upsell. So okay, what target for tomorrow? What are the products that you're going to try and upsell tomorrow?
Online course.
Yeah. Well, what are the products that you're going to upsell? What's the main product that you want to push and say upsell people to?
The online course, online introductory course.
Okay, and how much is that?
It's full price is, oh my God, I've forgotten the price. It's £150.
Okay, and how many do you want to sell of that?
Tomorrow, I'd like to sell 10.
Okay. That would equal £1,500. Okay, now that is your target. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real target.
Yeah, I was thinking, wow, like yeah, that makes sense now. So by running a free hackathon, then upselling.
The paid hackathon is effectively just to cover the costs of running a hackathon for the next event, right?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but you know what? This is effectively your first promotion. Yeah.
Yes, the hackathon is my first promo.
Yeah, this one tomorrow. So this is it. So your focus is actually to make 10 sales tomorrow.
Yes, and I'm also selling places on the Bali course for 2 weeks.
And how much is that?
And that's for the participants tomorrow. It's only 300 a head. Because it's a promo. It's a promo event. Everything's promo price. First in, promo price. So that'll be 300 a head. I'd like to sell 10 places for that.
Would 300 mean also a flight to Bali as well? Would they be on top and accommodation?
No, flights and accommodation are separate.
So how much would it be total, do you think, per person? If I was saying they're going to buy that, 300 is for the actual. How long is the event in Bali? £300.
2 weeks. 2-week course.
Wow.
The normal price is 600.
but they have to pay for accommodation and for flights.
Yes, they have to pay for that separately.
So how much would that cost them, do you think? Sort of.
It's probably around, well, for 2 weeks, I guess. It's probably between 1,000 and 1,500.
So total spend will be, let's say, 1,300 to 1,800.
Yeah.
As opposed to
go away for 2 weeks.
As opposed to £150, yeah?
Yeah, 150 is the what did I say 150 was? No, 300 is the promo price for the Bali course, not including flights and accommodation.
Yeah, sorry, when I mean 150, I mean the online introductory course. That's your first offer, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Right, so Bali 300 plus flights and accommodation. Okay, there you go, right? And I'll put in brackets, right? That could come up to roughly 1,300 to £1,800. Yep.
Yep. It's approximately right, I think.
Yeah, approximately. Okay, so you can try. I mean, do they know that you're going to be selling other things on the course, or do they think you're just coming for a free hackathon?
In the hackathon event.
Okay, so you go
on the event description. Yeah, they know. They do know.
Okay, good. So that's important, because if you're not telling people that there's going to be some sort of discussion about that, then they're going to feel like they've been swindled. Yeah. Okay. So it's really important that you make it clear that there will be there'll be opportunities for other products and stuff like that at that time. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
That really helps. Okay. Good.
In fact, they are aware, because I emailed them and told them as well.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Right. So as you can see, right. And also, one more thing I would say is that try both, but typically what you'll find is that like Roger, if you notice what Roger did, he'd offer one product and he'd say, if anybody's interested, stay in the room and everybody else leave for tea. Right?
Yep.
Then they'll come back and he'd sell them another product later on after giving value.
Right.
I don't know if you can do that in your case, because the fact that it's going to be 60 people only, right? But what I'm trying to say is that
I think the timing will be too tight for me to do that.
Yeah. How long is the event?
It's 4 hours from start to finish.
Okay, that's not bad, Yeah. So all I would say is that, like, just sort of think about whether you want to just promote one thing or whether you want to promote both. Yeah. And think about how you're going to maybe separate the two offers in a way that there's a gap of some form or another before you talk about either one. The reason being, it can be confusing for people. Where do I buy the first one? Where do I buy the second one if you do them both at the same time?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Go on.
When you're making a pitch, make it only for one, hype only one, and focus on one, and then move to the next one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And maybe it could be like you do an hour hackathon, then do your first pitch, another 2 hours, then do a second pitch, and then wrap up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have a think about that. That's good.
Consider that, right? Also, another thing you can do is, have some sort of consultation or something where they can have a one-to-one with them, and sort of mention that in that one-to-one that we'll be discussing this issue as well.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to, if you're interested, put your name down, details down, and we'll get in touch with you. That kind of thing.
Yep. Yep. Awesome.
Right. Okay. So that brings me quite aptly to my offering. Right. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm offering. I mean, obviously, I've just done the avatar with you, and what I'll be doing is I'm basically kicking off like a 1 month accelerator, beginning of March. Yeah. And what I'm finding is a lot of people are confused about promotion plans. They're confused about Genius how to use it. They're overwhelmed, effectively, with like webinars to attend and this and that to do. And there's no clear accountability, no clear action plan on how to get from A to B effectively, right? So that's what I'm doing. On my one-to-one, I'm just taking people a bit more into the promotion plan. And then also in that one-to-one, I'll also be talking a little bit about what I'm doing in the 1 month accelerator to basically get people from that state into a very focused rhythm where they're just executing on a regular basis. So if you're interested, I'll message you after, see if you can join me. Yep, feel free.
Yeah, cool. Send it over and I'll have a think about it.
I
think my sense is I want to see what happens at the event and then go from there.
Yeah, that's fine. But you see, my sort of thing is just like, I sort of put it in there and I move on. Yeah. So you always put in the middle where now you can give more value, right? So that's it. Just move on to the next one. But
yeah.
So you got your to do. So do the event tomorrow. See how it goes, and let's see how it goes.
All right. Cool. Thanks a lot, Sajid.
No worries, Gareth. Real pleasure. And now on to Ramesh. Feel free to stay with us. I'm going to go to Ramesh. You can see.
Yeah, I'll stay. I'll hang about for a bit.
Yeah, have a look at that. So Ramesh, how you doing, bro? Yeah. What's happening?
Very good.
What is happening, man? So Ramesh has just gone to Bali, and he's come back and properly hyped. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on, let me just save this. Hold on 1 second, guys. There we are. And I'll go here, and I'll just make a new template. Hold on. So tell me what's happening. How was it?
It was a great experience. It was intense. It was intense. It was fun. It was very good. And we were very lucky that Roger came on the last day.
Yeah.
So just with a few hours with him, my whole perspective of iLab changed. I mean, not the perspective of iLab in general, but my thoughts about my possibilities in my company changed with his feedback.
Okay, so where are we now? So it looks like you're focusing on 2 avatars, right? That's what we're looking at. It seems, what's the offering that you want to be giving?
I'm doing photo productions for fashion brands in Mexico.
So what was that? You're doing productions?
Yeah, photo productions.
Photo productions, right? Got it. Photo productions. Let me put that there for now and go over here. Right. Yep, sorry, my fingers are gone for a second. Okay. For fashion brands, yep.
Yes, that's right.
And what's the price point and what are the products?
Well, I have different entries.
Okay.
And what I'm developing now, it's an entry where they participate, like the lowest entry is with $300.
Yep.
And they participate with another $500 in products from their brands.
How does that work? So I want to enter on the economy. What does my $300 give me?
Say again, I'm sorry?
So if I pay $300, what do I get as a company, as a fashion?
Yeah, you participate in a collective photo production with other brands, and you get at the end six beautiful images that can be used for social media. And that the production includes all the photography fees, model fees, and the crew fees. So it's a combination of $300 plus another $500 in products from the brand.
Or is that from the other brands that are participating?
No, that the same brand that gets into that package, they have to pay $300 in money, and they need to send another $500 in products from their brand.
Got it. Right. So, so it's $300 plus $500 in brand items.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
That's right.
Got it. Cool. Okay, and that's your entry level, yeah?
That's the entry level, yeah.
Okay. Have you got any customers at the moment?
Yeah, I'm now starting with the conversations. I already did a tester 2 months ago with this. I didn't charge the 300, but I got people investing in selling the product. And now, because it worked, now I'm adding money because I think it's not about the amount of money, but it would make a change in the interaction with the clients once they start paying.
Okay, so was the first one that you just asked them for a certain amount of brand items, and now you're asking for money as well as a certain value of brand item. Was the first time you tried this? Was it for a certain value of brand item? Was it completely free?
It was not determined the value of the products, but it was around $400. And now there is another fashion brand from Russia that they are sending me bags with a value of about $2,000.
Wow.
So it seems that it's working my starting point.
Ah, okay. So before you would charge it, okay. So when you would charge it, was that $400 worth of brand items the first time? Was it $400 in cash that you charged them for the photo?
No, just in products, no money involved.
Okay, right, good. And now this Russian company, is that your first customer?
Yeah, actually, that would be the first one. But actually, they contacted me because they saw my work on Instagram, and I offered them, because I already started with these promotion plans, I offered them this possibility, this entry opportunity. So they were happy about it, and they are sending me now bags with $2,000 value.
Okay, that is excellent. Are you going to also charge them $300 as well?
Not on this one.
Okay. So still, I mean, it looks like at the moment what's working is if you just ask for the brand items in value, right? I get what you mean that you're going to charge them. Maybe the next customer you can charge them, but you still got a first customer, and your first customer is without charging them cash, but with brand items.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Right. So now let's go to avatars, right? So
yeah, so that would be the low entry, and I have two different products.
Okay, so what do you want to call the low entry guy? What do you want to call him? This one, they call it Foundation Fred. What would you like to call him?
Startup.
Startup fashion designer?
Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So these are fashion designers who have a very nice fashion line of swimwear, lingerie, or jewelry.
Jewelry and?
Well, jewelry, accessories, and lingerie.
Got it. Okay, got it. And
so they have beautiful designs. They already have a company. It's a small one, and they are looking for ways to promote their brand to make the brand stand out.
Okay, cool. Would that be your Russian company? Is that what they're like?
No, the Russian company would be on the next one.
Okay, excellent. Let's go next one. What do you want to call the next one?
I don't have a name yet. I could call it Silver fashion brand.
Okay, Silver Russian. How about that?
Okay, that's good.
There you go. Now we're getting some. And startup fashion. Let's do something else.
Established brand.
Yeah, go on, Gareth. What was that?
Established brand for the Silver Russian.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Would you say it's established brand, Remis?
Yeah, they are established. They have a website. They have already a company that is already selling internationally.
I like that. Okay.
What they need is to have an image that can promote better the brand. So far they have products images.
Yeah.
But then they don't have a campaign image.
Right. Got it. Oh, okay.
So they are in the process of defining, like to find better ways to describe their company brand.
Okay, that sounds good. Anything else you want to say on that?
Sorry?
Anything else you want to elaborate more on that? Anything else? I think that's pretty good. That's really, I mean, I've got a very clear picture there, you know?
Yeah, you can get the picture, right? If you get it, it's good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
So, I would call it like a brand that I'm already in contact with, which is called Magi, M-A-A-G-I.
Is that number 3?
Yeah, number 3.
Yep.
That's right. So this is a company that is already established and successful. They sell in different countries, and they have a marketing department, marketing sales department. So they are they are already well known.
Yep, got it. And anything else you want to say about them?
Multinational.
Yeah,
multinational.
Anything else?
Larger budgets.
Good point.
They have larger budgets, but also they have already solved their photography and marketing issues, having their own team or hiring some specific people to do that work.
Will you be like a specific hire in that context?
Yeah, that's where I need to find something specialized for them to fit into their needs or solve some part of their problems.
Yep, there you go. As you get more information, because we've kept it broad, we've got the Silver Russian, we've got the startup fashion designer, we've got Magi, right?
Yeah.
As you start interacting with these people, because you're gonna meet them, right? You're gonna have discussion with them, then you're gonna have to visualize who they are.
Yes.
When you meet your first, like, I think the Silver Russian, it sounds like you've been communicating with them, you know, online, whatever. When you have your first meeting with them, you can really visualize who they are. I don't know. What do you think? Have you met them?
Yeah, I haven't met them personally. It was through a phone call after different emails.
Yeah. You can see, right, that basically what happened is that as you sort of, as you begin to interact with these people, the more you interact with them, especially the ones that your first sales, your first fashion designer you sell to, your first Silver Russian you sell to, your first Magi, then you're going to have an idea about who this guy really is, or this lady really is, you know, and you can then detail the avatar even more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, well, my question was related to the one that I asked you, like with Magi especially, they have already a sales and marketing department, and I talked with the person on the marketing department.
Yeah.
It's being a little bit difficult for me to find out what would be the problem that I could be solving for them, because they already have like everything set up in terms of marketing and photography. So like just to be able to define what would be the solution that I'm providing them, it's a little bit more difficult than for the other two. The other two, they kind of seem obvious to me that they need photography to enhance their brand. And the first one needs even photography just to have visual content for their social media.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, you've got one Silver Russian that's basically committed and send you £1,000 or $2,000, whatever, $1,000 worth of stuff, right? Have you got any other customers that have committed on the designer side or Magi side? I know you're talking with Magi, but they haven't really committed yet, have they?
No, I don't have any at the Magi level. I already have leads on the startup fashion designer that would go not for my lower entry, they would go for my high level entry.
Okay.
Because the low and the medium entry, they participate in a production that I'm already creating, and they participate with their products. And one of the reasons that they participate with the products is that I am partnering with an online boutique in Mexico.
Yeah.
So the idea would be to start selling later the products and start being the distributors of those brands. So the reason that I'm doing this for that low price is because that would be first the way that I start interacting with them, we start collaborating, but also to be able to sell the products that could turn later into a partnership as us as distributors of those products in Mexico.
Okay, got that. So if that's the case, I'm going to show you something, right? Because at the moment, you're on the verge of getting your first customer, yeah? Now, if you're getting your first customer, you need to be very, very focused. Because a typical mistake people make at the stage one, they're so busy trying to expand, when they get their first customer, they don't deliver the product properly to them. And then they lose the first customer, and they have to go back to square one. So you've got to make sure that you know this first customer you're going to have. Here we go. Can you guys see this? Let me see if I can open it up for you.
And you're talking about the Silver Russian, right?
Yeah, because he seems like your first customer, right?
Yeah, actually, she should be sending the products in this week.
Wow, this is really good. You're in the first level, level one customer. Can you see the screen with all the different levels on it?
Yeah.
Okay, level 1, personal service to solve one person's problem. Okay, in your case, that one person is a she, who we've called the Silver Russian, right? Am I solving, and your question you're going to ask is, am I solving a problem for someone who trusts me that they are willing to pay to have solved?
Yes, well, they are sending the bags with a value, so
that's it.
We are paying.
That's it. So now, what you want to do is, that when she sends you the bags, I would, and as soon as you receive them, you want to do like over-deliver, do like an amazing job, right? And the problem is, let's say, for example, you know, you get the bags, you're worried about your next 2 customers, you're going on social media, looking over here, looking over there, you sort of do a shoddy job on the bags, you know, you sort of send it back, she's not happy, you never see her again, you think, oh my God, I failed, you go back to square one again, right? You don't want that to happen. So you should be really prepared that as soon as bags land, you've got all the setting, everything else done, you do an amazing job, right?
Yes.
And you do such an amazing job that 2 things happen. You know what those 2 things are?
They do referrals.
That's it, right? That she comes back to you, and the first thing is she says, you know what? I love what you did there. Can you do more?
Yeah, and then that's where my next product
Yeah, and then the second thing she should do, she should love what you're doing so much. You say, you know what? I've just got one of my friends. You've got to go and speak to her because I've told her about you, and she wants to talk to you.
Yes. Yeah.
For the next 10, if you do it right on this first customer, those are 2 results you're looking for. That's all your focus is on customer level 1. Doing Facebook ads, Google ads, webinars, all that stuff is higher up. It's from going from level 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000.
So it's not it now.
Not now. Don't do good. People waste. I see people wasting so much time doing all kinds of courses, you know, like this, they're getting distracted, right? And they just fail to deliver on their first customer. And you know, I
agree. I think the Majid customer is too soon. I think that comes much later once you get the experience.
That's it. Gareth was right. Exactly right. And I know, because the thing is, Margie sounds really exciting, but Margie, for Margie, you're just one other person, right?
Yes, especially because I'm getting into another country.
Yeah.
So I'm just building my reputation and my relationship with them.
Yeah. Now look what it says: a personal service to solve one person's problem. Yeah. With Margie, it doesn't sound like that.
No, it doesn't. What I'm doing with them is like keeping the relationship. Yeah. And I want to find different ways to offer them some special things for them. Like I could get a blogger that she would wear their swimwear and they would tag them on the post, something like that.
You know
with
what?
no cost or low cost, but something specific for just for them to start building a better relationship. And then in a moment, once I have a more clear idea of what problem I could be solving for them, I would offer them a different type of package. I wouldn't like to offer them these low entry packages because that's not like the path that I see with them.
You got it. But you hit the nail on the head. It's about the relationship. The same thing. Whether it's a corporate, whether it's whatever, right? You know, like some of these, so you know, some companies that you sort of hear about, they got a massive deal, right? To like, I don't know, for a corporation to do all the advertising on their website. And sometimes it may boil down to a personal relationship with a key decision maker. He said, yeah, you guys are the website. You know what I mean? As an initial starting point for that company, they did a fantastic job. That became their first testimonial, and they grew from that, right?
Yeah. So I'm already using other companies that are a little bit lower of that level. That was the company that sent me their clothing on my last production. They didn't pay money, but I did some beautiful pictures that I now have. I can use their name as a well, how do you call it? Proof and test?
Testimony. Yeah, you got it. And I would do that. I would use them, and you're emailing to other people and so on, and say, look, this is the company I've worked with, here are my shots, that kind of stuff, right? As your like portfolio. But the key thing is you've got an event coming up, and in your event coming up, you're not event. You've got your sort of Silver Russian coming up, and that's your focus for this week.
Okay.
You know, super delivery, amazing delivery, rapid, you know, fast. No, not fast as in like, you know, you cut corners, but like, you know, you do a really good job, like an amazing job, and it's all done. You close that off, you know, and you send it back, and then you go for the upsell, you know? Does that make sense? Does that sound fair?
Yeah, do, and this is what I love to do. So that's the most exciting part when it's the part of creating the images. So I'm really confident about having an extraordinary result with the pictures. I think what I'm struggling more a bit about that entry level is that I need to combine them with the next entry level, which is $1,900.
Yeah.
Plus products as well, so that with that money I can create the photo production without being me paying for the production, because with $300, even if I get few brands, it's not enough to pay the whole production. So now what I need is to put together different brands that they pay in different levels to be able to make that production happen in the way that I want to make it.
You know how you find that out? You know how you find that out?
Yes.
By this first customer, once you've delivered with this first customer and you've got that relationship, ask them, you know, what they need. Ask them what are the problems they're facing. Ask them what they would really like to solve. You know, and it may be the case that out of that you get a retainer. It may be the case that they say, look, you know, we need to have at least 15, 30 images every single month.
Yes.
And it may go down that way. It may go down the way of I want to pay £1,500 for this, dollars for this, right? Don't, because at the moment you've created a second tier product for $1,500. Has anybody bought that product?
Not yet. I haven't started yet with the promotion. I'm just finishing my promotion, like my packages PDF, to start having the conversation with different brands.
Oh, that's good. But my advice would be, you know, your Silver Russian, deliver. And once you've delivered Silver Russian, very quickly, don't wait even more than 1 day or two. Have a chat with her and say, you know, what else do you need? You know, what do you plan to do? What's the vision for the company? Where are you heading? Maybe I can help you, you know, and that kind of stuff, right? Not maybe I can help you, but, you know, here's an opportunity. Maybe I can really add value here, whatever. Yeah. But focus on what they feel the problem is. And then from that, you might get a whole new product, which is actually a real product. Your product should be developed from your interactions with what your customers feel are the problems and the things they're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so that's your next step. Number one, to over-deliver on this Russian. Number two, then very quickly afterwards, have a conversation with them and see what are the problems they're facing and how they look to try and solve them, and maybe give them another solution. And that would be your paid solution. And the beauty of that is you will then know, you already know actually, that if you offer to do shoots for companies in return for their products, they will do that, yes?
Yes.
The difficulty you're finding is the upsell to the next
Yes.
paid, the actual paid product, right? But they're paying you anyway. So the way you solve that is by going back to even that previous company and any other company you've done this with and asking them where they are now, what they need, and how you can help them.
Yes, I get that.
In that help, you want to be offering, obviously it'll cost you this much or this much or whatever. But that way you'll then have your first upsell. But the beauty of that is your first upsell will be something that they actually want.
Yeah, and they have already seen my delivery. So from that moment, I think it would be easier also to develop some new product because we could talk about what they like on that and what could be improved or be some specific thing for them.
Exactly. And initially, for your first 1 to 10 customers, you may be doing, quite not unique, but sort of your customer number 2, like your first customer might say, I need this, 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 and you might be quite specific stuff, and you'll do it for them. And your second customer may be a bit more generic stuff, and you'll do it for them. And your third customer, fourth customer, may be quite unique stuff. But over 10 customers, you'll begin to see patterns.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see that I can sell this for $1,000. This package, they all seem to like some variation of this basic package. You see what I mean?
Yes. So for my first production, the type of production that I'm doing is not a very high cost production.
Yeah.
To be able to offer that to different brands on the startup Silver Russian. But my next promotion would be at the beach at the Caribbean, and that would be around $7,000 to $10,000, and that was the promotion that I was thinking in offering to the Magi avatar. So, but I'm still deciding if I should go to that avatar or I should keep working in these first 2 avatars and try them to get them to the next promotion, to scale them up.
Okay, you haven't got Magi yet.
No.
Magi, practically speaking, is not here yet. You've got in front of you the Silver Russian. Your focus has to be, how can I grow the Silver Russian avatar?
Okay.
And how is to expand that relationship?
I think if you had 5 or 10 Silver Russians, you could figure out what a Magi wants, and you'd have the experience to really give them what they need.
The thing is, Magi is a different beast. It's corporate, while Silver Russians are mid SMEs. That's another.
Yeah, it's different. Very different.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. What my thoughts are kind of combined because I have been working for many years with the type of Magi level, but I have worked with them in being me as part of the process, working with an advertising agency where the agency would call me to budget the photography production. And that's the business model that I'm trying to, that I'm changing. Instead of waiting for an advertising agency to call me to develop a production for them, what I'm doing now is going direct to the client. But now the issues that I'm facing is that not knowing exactly what to offer when they already seem to have everything set up.
What it is here, the Silver Russian is a different product you're selling to Silver Russian than it is to Magi, yeah?
Yes.
You have to make a decision and focus on one. Now, you've got experience of Magis from the past. The question I want to ask you is, can you go back to the old Magis and sell your solution?
Yeah, I could.
Then do that.
I could. The difference is that the new avatar, they have some specific type of aesthetic, like some type of products. And the ones that I worked before, they were not my ideal clients in terms of creativity. That's why I kind of wanted to change the model, but at the same time, I wanted to change the avatar.
Exactly. So I think this is another big mistake people make, right? They try and launch multiple products to multiple avatars at the same level, at the same time. That's what you're trying to do.
That's what I.
It won't work. It's too difficult. You've
Yeah.
got to conquer one avatar with one marketing channel or a number of marketing channels and one path where you keep it and then make that regular. I do Silver Russians. I sell this much. They come through these marketing channels. This is how I discuss with them. This is how I close a deal. This is how I deliver, and then they're happy and they always refer.
Yeah, and I think like being clear about that avatar, I can search for other ones because it's easier for me to find them because just by going to their website, I can see if they have like good pictures, or if they have the good branding they need to grow. So by working on that and having this Russian brand as a sample, I could start creating. I could have good conversations with the new brands. So,
yeah, that's how it works. You start off with one Silver Russian, you do a good job. You go to 2 Silver Russians, 3, 4, 5, 6 Silver Russians, 10 Silver Russians, right?
yes.
Maybe you get to 100 Silver Russians. By the time when you get to 10, you'll realize after you're looking back on your 10 Silver Russians, oh look, there's a pattern here. Silver Russians love this product, this offering. Then you'll productize that. You'll streamline it. You'll maybe hire people to do your job for you to scale from 10 to 100, right?
It could be, yes. Yeah.
Then it's up to you. At 100 customers, you can say, I want to go to 1,000, or you can say, now I'm going to go to, once you get 100 to 1,000, you'll start to put a team in place, yeah?
Well, that might not be my goal,
yeah,
but exactly. I understand the point. So once I have enough customers in that level, I could then focus, but especially because once I realize what is the problem that I'm solving, or what has been successful by working with different Silver Russians, I can go with a clear idea with the next avatar.
You know, the interesting thing is, once you've done Silver Russians, if you want to go to Magi, you've got to go right back down to square one again. Because with Magi, you'll be dealing with your first customer, your new offering. So again, with Magi, your first Magi, you have to be amazing and over-deliver. And your objective is you've done such an amazing job that they want more of you and they want to refer you to other people. Then you go and get 10 Magis. And when you go and get 10 Magis, you'll learn the product, the way, you'll after doing 10 of them, you'll see the patterns of what's going to work to get to 100.
Yeah, so I think what I would do is to focus on, like as you said, on the Silver Russian, but starting growing relationships with the Magi avatars that I have, because I already have contacted about 30, or not 30, but 10 of them, and just looking to find a free entry or low entry, but not in the other type of package, because I don't think that's what they need, or they wouldn't really see my value. But trying to find them something special for them, as I said, like.
Okay, but you're doing it again, Ramiz. You're those 10 Magi you contacted. How much money has come from there?
So far, nothing.
Right. Thank you. So what does that tell you?
The products with the test that I did a couple of months ago, they sent me products. Oh. I could repeat that, but I don't think that would be the reason. I don't believe, or I don't feel that it's the way to grow the relationship with those clients. I think I have to find something much more exciting for them to be able to start growing the relationship.
Okay, but that was your answer. If one of them send you products just like these guys, then your next thing would have been to over-deliver, do an amazing job, and go back to that Magi number one and say, what are your dilemmas? Let me listen to you. How, I want to help. I want forget help. That sounds desperate. But basically, I think there's a really good opportunity that could really take your business to another level. Opportunity, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what you'd have done. And you would have done. And then that Magi, if they agree, if they see that you're listening to them, they would have said, right, yes, this is what we need. And they would have given you the second thing, and you would have got to level 2 with them, right? But you haven't done that. You haven't felt that they're going to accept that from your experience, right? So now you've gone to Silver Russians. But now you're going to jump from Silver Russians to Magis and going back. And then what will happen, is I see many times, is people go around in circles, jumping from one avatar to another. You must focus. Focusing on Silver Russians, this is what's going to happen. You do your avatar, you focus on Silver Russians, you do your first offering, yeah? You do the excellent point, they love it. they refer you, or they want more business, or you go and get another Silver Russian, and you just keep on doing it again and again until you refine the process. In this process, you're going to refine the delivery of service. You're going to refine how you find Silver Russians. You're going to find how you sell to Silver Russians. You're going to refine how you close a deal. You're going to refine payments and how to get off them over these next 10, 20 Silver Russians. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. What do you think about my startup avatar? Because that's an avatar that I already have contacts. I have started conversations with them. The issue with them is that their budget is lower. And what I was trying to find is it's a product that I make an income with them.
Yeah.
So that I can start growing my range of different brands in different avatars.
But again, you see what's happening? You're jumping again to another avatar.
So it's what I thought it was to be able to create different products for different avatars, like on the 3 different levels: economy, business, and first class.
Right. But let me explain something, right? This is how it works. You first start with one avatar. Okay.
Okay.
Now, initially, you might start with a general offering, and then out of your general offering, there's 2, 3 guys that bite. You know, like your Silver Russian. They say, "I like it."
Yeah, and they
get one avatar
to be on the business avatar.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. You started general. You went to 10 Magis, no one responded. You went to Silver Russian. You went to one person before, like Silver Russian. There 2 companies responded, right? They're sending you products. You've gone to startups. I'm not hearing much response, just some lukewarm interest. So you've got 2 Silver Russians, one before and one now, that have responded to you and send you products. So it seems like this is your easiest entry point into any of this market.
Yeah.
So why go after 10 more Magis when you've been struggling there? Why go after 10 more startups? You said yourself have got lower budget and much more poor, not poorer, but lower budget. They're not going to give you any money. When you've got Silver Russians, you had 2 now. This is the second one. But the problem was your first one, maybe you haven't followed them up enough to get any more sale or haven't discussed with them. So can you see what's happening here?
Yeah. Well, overall, I'm also on the stage of testing. Like, I haven't been to so many customers in the startup and so many on the Magi. Well, on the Magi I have them.
Okay, so, you're right. But now you know what? You've got 2 Silver Russians. No, you do now. You focus on the Silver Russians. You want to test? Test on Silver Russians. Go and test yourself. See if you can find more Silver Russians. When you meet more Silver Russians, write test emails. See which emails Silver Russians respond to.
Okay.
Repeat the ones that they keep on opening and they like. Send it to other Silver Russians. And you refine your email. Then when you have the call, record your call and see how the call goes. Some Silver Russians will say no. Okay, so right, where did I go wrong? I said this wrong thing to Silver Russian. They didn't like it. Okay, then you tweak that. Then you get your calls correct. Then you try and sell them. You try and close and have the discussion, and they're not interested. And you wonder why didn't it work? That worked with my first Silver Russian. Then you ask yourself that question. You see what's happening here? You're focused on Silver Russians. You're tweaking, but you're tweaking inside one avatar, one product, and maybe a few marketing channels that lead to these avatars and products. That's how. And once you've finished that, and you can do it like clockwork, you say to me next, if we're working together on my accelerator, it'll be like, okay, what's your 3-month target? I want to sell 10 Silver Russians. That's perfect. Let's do it. And as we go through 3 months, we'll go through all these obstacles I spoke about until we get it right. Okay. And then next quarter, I'll say, let's do 10 more. And if you can repeat 10 more, that means you've got it. Now you can move to another product line. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
That's the process.
It helped me to focus because I've been trying to find different products for all the 3 different avatars.
Don't worry, so many people, because what people don't realize with Roger's offerings, each offering has been developed. Like the Fast Track Entrepreneur, which we're seeing now in London, we went to, that was run as a test in Japan last year. One of them was run like a test. And it was a success. So then they ran it in, I think, South Africa. And that was a success. Then let's try 2 more. One in South Africa, one in London. They're both successes. See what's happening here? They've got one product. Now they've got, in that one product, the FTE, Fast Track Entrepreneur, they're selling other products that they know will sell because they've sold them before, right? So everything they've done, they've developed it over time. What you're seeing now is the end result of lots and lots and lots of tests and what works for them. So people automatically assume, oh, I can walk in, I can sell 3 products. I can, like Gareth's got, the hackathon, going to £5 as an entry product, bang, bang, bang. That's all right. But really, even Gareth, as your thinking should be like, okay, ideally 1 product, what's your product in case maybe 150 entry point? Because can you sell that after hackathon? And and how do the sales go? Even try 2, like we said, but really you got to be very, very clear on your messaging. Yeah, and how much are you selling it and measure and see what went wrong, yeah? Same for both of you. So at the end of the day, it's really focused.
Yeah, I can see you can waste a lot of time and energy,
dude,
chasing multiple products where you should be using that time and energy to focus on the one that's getting the most traction.
Yeah. And you know what? Because you're both birthing concepts, you haven't got time yet. Your birth concept will be, which is the one that's giving most traction right now? Let me take it through the whole process. And once you've taken the whole process where you made the sale, let me repeat it until it becomes a source of predictable revenue. So I can tell you, Gareth, Q2, what's your plan? I'm going to sell 50. Cool, let's do it. I did 4 events. 50 people came to the event. That sold 30. 50 came to the event. I know from last quarter that 10 will buy approximately because I refined my sales process. Right, did you sell 10? Yeah, I sold 11. Okay, what did you do better this time? Oh, I did this extra little bit there. Right, let's do that for the second month. Oh, look, I sold 12. Well, that's good. Let's make that. You see what I mean? So you're constantly tweaking. You're constantly making it better. And once you get to Q2 and you can say that, okay, my 150 package, I just sell that like clockwork now. Then you got a choice. Do I just stick with this and scale it to 1,000 and then diversify once it's running like clockwork? Or do I say, let me introduce something new? Typically, if you look on this graph here, look what color 1,000 customers is green. Why? Look what it says. A scalable team and time to develop a sustainable business. Am I growing my team and time to enable the business to run well without me? You can almost imagine scaling your product to a level that's running by itself and then go to another product and then go through the whole process from 1 to 4 again. Or you can even do it at level 3 where you've got 100 customers and then start another product. So I'm really glad that you both get this. Because
I can see why it's really important. And I was like, offering 3 products at a hackathon could confuse people at the event.
Yeah. Now I can see in your eyes, you get it. It's like, oh yeah, that's what's going to happen. You'll be surprised how, because in your mind, you've thought about so much, right? And another thing is, right, in your hackathon, you've got 60 people to ask what they want. You need to be interacting with as many of them as possible and just listening to what they want.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of offering multiple products to see which one bites. And then I can focus on that one that bites after the event, right?
True, but also, where did you get the 150 product from? Is that yours? Is that something else from somebody else?
That's mine.
Okay. Have you sold it before?
No.
Right, so you've got 6 people turning up, okay, to your first thing, and you're going to try selling, which is good. But also, I think I said another thing is to listen to what their problem is.
Yeah.
Look what it says. Am I solving a problem for someone who trusts me and willing to pay to have it solved? The question is, what happens if you're selling the 150 course and it's not a problem? They don't want a learning course.
Yeah, exactly.
You're screwed, right?
And that is the point of the hackathon.
That's it. You got it. So, yeah, you got the product there. Go for it. But also keep an open mind to just asking and saying, well, how's your journey? What are you finding as the issues? And they might say, you know what? I need like an accelerator. I need focused coaching. Or I wouldn't have 4 one-to-one sessions. Whatever they say to you, right? And how much have you tried that? And what would you be value to? And you might end up with another different product in this first hackathon. Would you then sell at your next hackathon?
Yeah, exactly. And then focus on the one that works.
Exactly. And then take it to the whole path. And then repeat, rinse, repeat until it's refined, and then go to your next product. Okay? You can see though how people will look at companies that have done this. And they've got 3, 4, 5, 6 offerings, and they'll think, oh, I've got to do that too. But each of their offerings doesn't connect with anybody. Because, entrepreneurs that have developed those offerings, they've started from level 1, level 2, level 3. They always talk about it, right? Uber did the same. Airbnb. Yeah. So we can't be at level 4 straight away. We've got to go from level 1 with each of our product lines. And in the end of that process, once we've done it 3 times, we'll have 3 separate product lines. And then one of your mates will come along and say, I'm going to do 3 product lines as well. And you're going to think, no. Start with 1, mate. You know I mean?
Start with 1. Yeah.
Right, guys.
That's really good advice. I'm going to have to shoot off. Thanks very much, Sajid.
Right, guys, I'm going to come now as well. So all the best, guys. And until next time, yeah?
Yeah,
nice to meet
great.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Nice to meet you, Ramis. Good luck.
You too. See ya.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Right.
I like your offerings. Sounds like fun.
No, definitely, absolutely. Anytime. Just we'll catch up. Have a look at. I'm interested how tomorrow goes. I'd love to find out what happens afterwards. You know that.
Yeah, bring me a message and I'll catch up.
Yeah, and don't be harsh on yourself. It's an adventure. Yeah, just
exactly. I don't know what's going to happen. That's what I love about it.
I can hear your voice. Go for it and see what happens, and be open to what's going to happen. And same for you, Ramis. I know you, Ramis. I know you. Do not get tempted by multiple shiny things. After the silver Russians. You're always getting silver Russians easily. Even before you went to Bali, you had silver Russians lining up. And you keep on running after Margie and running after other people.
Thank you.
Faithful to the silver Russian, my dear friend.
It's going to keep in my mind.
All right, guys. Take care, man. All the best.
All right. Catch you later.
Bye, Gareth.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, bye.
See you later, Ramis.